All right, guys, this is Cody here with Codeman Mods back again. We're doing this new video on our new Ultimate LED controller. We recently had it posted before where we had our copper chip up here in the top left upper corner of the touchpad where you would push and hold down for about 5 to 7 seconds and your LEDs would turn on, and then basically you would tap to turn the colors, any other colors that you wanted that to be. So what we have done now, we've moved that to the back for the paddle attachment instead of having it in the front. The front sometimes would get a little tricky for some people. They would push down this right here and they push too hard and they would go on their maps when they're trying to change their colors for their LEDs while they were going to the game. Some people ran into that problem, but that's saying out of leak, let's just say that we had a lot of people that were basically not having the problem, but there were some people that was having that problem, which was me. So I wanted to make it a little bit better for people to upgrade it. So we came out with our own Bluetooth chip that we came out with, which is in another previous video. If you want to watch that video on there, it'll show you how to program your Bluetooth chip. But if you like to have the actual touch sense instead of the Bluetooth chip, instead of having it in the front now, we made it look a little bit nicer, more sleek and better design for the look wise. And we actually moved it down to the back. So here's the back. Instead, we put an X back here on the back. You can remove this. This is basically just a sticker. And all you have to do for this right here to turn on your LEDs, okay, look, you can see we have the controller on. It's already synced up. It says the blue LEDs are already on this. If you turn it around this side, what you're going to do is basically hold right here on the X for about 5 to 7 seconds. Bam, there it is. I don't even know if that was that long or not. But there you go. That's all you basically got to do is just hold down just like that. Then you just tap to change the color of your LEDs. Same thing. So if you're playing the game, that'd be what you'd want to do. If you want to change the color of your LEDs while you're holding it in your hand, there you go. Really simple. If you don't want it on, just hold it down and it turns right off. Hold it down and guess what? There they go. They're right back on again. Bam. Same thing. Really simple. Another new important update for you and for yourself. And so we won't be getting any controllers back because we really don't want your controller coming back. And so we'd like to be able to keep your controller for a long time and not to kill your battery. So your first thing you're going to want to do, so you won't destroy your battery in case you get all these LEDs inside a controller. So guess what? If you don't charge your controller and you leave the LEDs on, you're going to kill that battery. It don't matter whether or not what battery you have. Yes, all batteries do recharge. But guess what? You can always destroy the cell in the battery. If you destroy your cells in the battery, your battery will never have a good charge again. And if your battery doesn't have the amount of capacity to be able to charge, then how can it work? So the main thing that you're going to need to do, no matter whose controller it is, when you get down to 1 bar on your controller, or if it gets close down to where when you see it blinking and it says 0 bars, don't continue to keep playing the game. Because if you do that and you don't turn your lights off right here while you're like playing the game, or even while it's charging, if you don't turn off the lights, then what's going to happen is your battery's not going to be able to charge, and then you're going to kill the battery even more, and it's never going to get fully charged, and you're going to be calling me up and saying, hey, Coleman, what's going on? My battery's not charging. I don't understand. What's wrong with my battery? Well, it's because you need to turn the lights off in order for the battery to charge. So please turn off your lights, and then your battery will still be good. And if not, then you will kill the battery, which will cost you $20 for replacement. And that's not warranted, because we are telling you right now in the video, do not do that. So please don't do that. Charge your battery. It's not that hard. All you got to do is just plug it up and you're ready to go. This battery is 2 times the amount of battery life on your controller. So just because you have an extended battery doesn't mean you extend it past its extent to where it won't charge no more. So please definitely charge your battery. So this battery life right here, as way that my friend Jimmy said in another previous videos, that's on a PS Ready channel. If you want to go on there and check it out, check out that cool advertisement he's done. He'll tell you in there basically the battery life is 28 hours, which is basically true. If you don't have any LEDs on, your battery life is 28 hours. That is the truth. But that means this is whenever you turn the controller on, you're not playing with it. Guaranteed for a fact, give or take, you for a fact looking at 14 hours on a regular controller, you know what I mean, if you just turn it on and didn't play with it. So this one's guaranteed for 28 hours. So if you cut that in half, you got 14 hours for a fact gameplay with this without LEDs on. Get with LEDs being turned on for a fact about 9 hours. So that's the actual real, at the end of the day, guarantee you have about 8 to 10 hours on your controller with playing the game with all these LEDs on. So please, once again, as I said, if you're around 8 to 10 hours on and you're wondering why your controllers are not still lasting with everything on, you know what I mean, that'd be what you would technically need to do is charge your battery as soon as it gets down where it says 0 bars, It doesn't mean that something's not working on your controller. It doesn't mean that apparently you think that you might have extra battery life because you're wondering why it's showing something different on the screen. If it's showing something on the screen saying it has 0 battery, then that means you have 0 battery. Just because you have 2 battery does not mean that it's going to read something totally different on the screen and think that it's not working correctly. The remote will tell you if it has no battery. So please charge your controller. So this is an update on that. Same time to show you about this controller as well, where the new location is. The hold down to turn on the LEDs and the hold down to turn them off. And it's pretty simple. This right here gets it eliminates all the vibration on the controller. So like before, the vibration in the front was not a problem. That's why we moved it here. We previously had it right here in the back, and then when we did for the video that Jimmy did for us, we had it here in the front. Works extremely good the same way. But now we decided to move that to the back because back here it's on the external part of the controller. There's no vibration. It doesn't matter how much swinging. It don't matter how much vibration. It don't matter how much you're going to hit on this. So like I'll show you right here. For instance, if I turn this on right here, like the way I was just doing. Sorry, my bad. Hold on. If you turn your LEDs on or if you turn them off, it don't matter. What's going to happen is that it's going to basically be just fine. So just do it like that right there. So you can see what I'm doing right here. The LEDs aren't changing. And so this is the best way to do it like that. So there you go. Now you know how to use that, and make sure that you always do and follow these instructions. All right, guys. Have a good day. Hope to hear from you soon.